Hello, Lieutenant Kayla Detmer here from Star Trek Discovery, here to ask you to join in with Commodore Ty to discover the world of pop culture. The adventure has begun.
Incoming message from Commodore Ty.
Hello, this is your Commodore Ty Coles here, your commanding officer to pop culture, specifically the nerdy stuff. And man, I'm just gonna pull the band-aid off and get this over with.
Engage.
We are doing the Star Trek Picard review of Season 1, Ep.7, Nepenthe. I believe that's how you pronounce it, and I don't really care, but it sounds like Pente. Actually, rural Pente would be a better place to be at right now than watching this episode. So we start off with a little bit of a flashback, yet again. Instead of giving us these flashbacks, they could have just did the first season with these. So we are met with Girardi, and she's approached by Commodore O. We have a Vulcan wearing sunglasses. You heard that right. A Vulcan wearing sunglasses.
Blindness was temporary, Jim. There's something about his optical nerves which aren't the same as a human's. An hereditary trait, Kip. The brightness of the Vulcan sun has caused the development of an inner eyelid.
If that doesn't give you a sign that she's not a Vulcan, I don't know what will. But she ends up giving her a mind meld to reveal the horrifically potential consequence of synthetic life. And all we see is a couple planets blowing up and some Romulans peeling off their skin.
To your mind. My thoughts. Your thoughts.
There's no link to synthetics in the vision she sees. And after that, Girardi agrees to help her out and track down the synthetic life form known as Soji, and in just a tracking device.
First, take this. It will allow us to track you. It must be chewed.
Okay, great. They've been tracked this whole time. You could have ended this way longer, but no. And then you're back on the artifact, the cube, where Narissa with some other Romulan soldiers with her, and they execute the X-Borgs because Hugh helped them escape. But she keeps Hugh alive because he has Federation protection.
I would kill you too, but your Federation.
You're protected by that alkaline fruity.
Which then her brother Narek decides to go follow them.
Leaving now. Signal not strong.
I'll let our guess go.
But Picard's crew finds out that Narek is tracking them, and they actually specifically say the type of ship, even though it's not in sensor range.
Good, keeping just at or beyond the limits of Sedena scanners.
What kind of somebody?
Small, fast, a scout ship.
Romulan, probably one of those little snake ships they got.
Snakeheads, double sun thrusters, massive firepower for their size.
Girardi's freaking out because the closer they get to finding the synth, the closer she is to backstabbing them.
This ship around, pointed at the Earth, and push play. Picard can look after himself, and somebody else can find that fucking Sith. Why does it have to be me?
I got a paying client, Agnes. You just came along for the ride.
So Girardi's condition continues to spiral down, even with giving her cake and everything. Rizzo actually thinks it's Raffi.
It's not Rafi.
So what, it's you?
She feels so guilty about it that she injects herself with something and ends up almost killing herself. We got Eleanor still on the artifact with Hugh. Hugh is distraught over the deaths of the other ex-Borgs, and they are trying to protect the artifact, but Narissa finally fatally wounds Hugh, and before he dies, Hugh gives Eleanor a device to signal 7 of 9 to get back here to help them. On Nepenthe, we got Picard reunites with his former crew, Riker and Troy. We don't actually are introduced them right off the bat. We are first introduced to their daughter, who's kind of doing like some play acting in the woods as a wild woman, woodswoman.
You might want to point that thing at my head. My heart is solid duritanium.
You said this was a safe place.
Are we safe here, Kestra?
She has the old make-believe language and everything. Hey, maybe this is the vile child. Just replace the arrows with phasers. And bing, boom, there you go. So, he's reunited with Riker and Troy. We learned that their son passed away because due to the banning on synthetic life, he couldn't get the help he needed to be cured or to help him. Riker and Troy help Picard keep him safe in their cabin.
You need a place to hide out. Shields up! Perimeter scans to max! We've had a little trouble around here lately with Xindi. Best to run anti-cloaking scans to Romulans.
It's a beautiful shot, but I could care less of what's going on. I like the location where they picked to film this, but other than that, the scene doesn't do anything. Well, it's good to see Riker and them back again, but they really misuse them. I love it how Riker instantly knows what's going on with Picard, despite Picard's best efforts to not tell him jack shit.
You're worried about cloaks. It says Romulans. And the level of anxiety and fear for our safety tells me Talsiar nothing to do with the fact that she's clearly an android, and not just an android. I recognize that head tilt anywhere. The kid's got data in her DNA.
So we get all of this, and they are just there. They try to convince Soji that Picard's there to help because they can see the pain that she has.
Listen to the timbre of my voice. Feel the fluctuations of my heart rate. Note the dilation of my pupils. Soji, you can trust me. I've known this man for 35 years. Well, we want to help you to get back to that home.
It ends with Soji coming to terms that she's an android, and they are able to locate the location that she's been dreaming about for the last few episodes. What the effing do? Who cares? This was a filler episode, and a bad filler episode to boot. There might be two good things in this entire episode. Narissa, because she's damn hot, and getting to see Riker again. And even the latter one, wasn't that impressive, because if you look, Jonathan Frakes, it looks like the way he's acting there doesn't want to be a part of it. Marina Sirtis, she's just bad altogether.
I'm not as brave as I used to be, Jean-Luc.
Then you're getting wiser.
When was she ever brave to begin with. So that is it. This is definitely going into the dumpster fire that they've created. This is a horrible episode. Try to avoid it. Even with Riker and a hot Narissa, this episode just utterly sucks. Like, it took multiple beers for me to get through this. I am done with this episode. Let's just move on to the next one. So for your Commodore TIE calls, live long and prosper. Hailing frequencies closed.
Thank you for watching the video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, watch one of my many other videos, and if you like what you see, you can support the channel by donating to my PayPal.
So for Commodore TIE, live long and prosper all, and for now, until next time, the hailing frequencies are closed.